Good day. I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use table, list, and link. Okay, so before we go to the demonstration, I'm going to create a folder wherein we put our activity in the folder that we're going to create right now. Okay, so I will create my folder in my 00 WebHost account by clicking the plus folder. So I will name my folder as Sam, then create. Now that I have my folder, I'm going to move my folder to public uh, underscore HTML. Okay, so right click, then move, change. Then I'm going to select public HTML, then select, then move. So automatically your folder will be inside the public HTML, or I'm just going to delete it. Then you go to the main folder, which is the HD folder. Inside the HD folder, okay, you go inside the public HTML folder, then create your folder, Sam, then create. So you don't need to use the move command. Now that we already have our folder, I'm going go inside Sam and create files. The first file that I'm going to create is index.html, then create. So for now, I'm going to leave it blank. Wala muna ako ilalagay na content. Then next is I'm going to create another one, which is the name will be list.html. And the other one would be link.html. So we have here three files. Okay. So going to create another one, which is table.html, okay, for our activity. Okay, now let's start. So our lesson objective is our tables, list, and link. So these are the tags that I'm going to demonstrate. Now we will going to use the uh, W3C schools as our reference for this activity. So here, I'm inside W3C under HTML tables. So when you go to this link, which is HTML underscore table.asp, so you will see there the definition of tables and the other elements that needed in order for you to create an HTML table. Now, I'm going to use this W3 schools, you try it yourself so we could see the output right away. Okay, here you will see the code and the output of the table. Okay, so this is H2, which is basic HTML table, and you will see here the output. So we could change this uh, orientation or this output. So I could erase this. So we could start through the basic of HTML. So when I run this HTML code, so you only see basic HTML table. Now to create a table, you need to use table tag, then slash table. Okay. Now you're going to define the row, table row, okay, tr or table row. Okay, table row. And inside your table row, define mo na yung column, which is the table data. So let's say, for example, TD for our table data. So I'm going to put here 1. Then let's add another one. Copy. Let's say this is 2. Then I'm going to copy this line para second row na natin siya. So we have second row. So I'm going to replace it with 3 and 4. Now, let's see what will be the result of our code. Okay. So you will see there that 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's specify an attribute name border is equals to 1. Then run. So nagkaroon siya ng lines. Okay. So, meron siya lines na naggawa. So this is the table row, which is TR. So it created one row containing 1, 2 data. Okay, 1, 2 data. So if we're going to add another data to our row, we just simply add another TD here. Let's say, for example, sabi natin, this is A. Now, yung table mo, kailangan balance siya. So when you add one table data doon sa baba, you should add another one dito sa kabila, dito sa baba, sa pangalawang row. So let's say this is B. So yan, ganun siya balance. Dapat balance siya. So if you want to add another row, copy mo lang to. Then paste mo dito. So magkakaroon ka ngayon ng 4, then 5, 6. Then run. Magkakaroon ka na additional row ka. Okay? So let's create a 4x4 table. So to create a 4x4 table, of course, we had to add another TD here. Copy, then paste, then copy, paste, copy, paste. Sabihin na lang natin ito na this is C. This is okay. Then 4x4. So we need to add another row. Sabihin na lang natin ito. This is D, D, and this is 7, 8. So let's see. So dagdagan na tayo ng row. Now, let's add another attribute inside the table. Let's say, for example, width is equals to 50%. So when you say 50%, 50% of the space, of the available space. So 50%. So when you put here 100%, kakainin niya yung 100% ng available space. So that's it. Okay. So let's make this only 50%. Okay, 50%. Now, if you want your table to be centered, okay, to be centered, you just add an attribute which is align is equals to center. And masa-center na yung table mo. Okay. Now, if you want to align the content inside the TD, you just use align center inside the TD. Then run. So yung mga elements sa loob o yung mga text sa loob, masa-center siya. Okay. So that's not the topic. Okay. So balik natin. Now, if you want to merge, like for example, if you want to merge one or A and A, this one, A and A. So if you want to merge this one, you're going to use an attribute name row call span, A and A. So column A, column A. If you want to merge these two, so you will be using an attribute name call span. Then how many span? So 1, 2. So you just add 2 here. And you'll just delete this one. Kasi nga magiging dalawa na call span. 2 na siya. So mag-a-add na kagad doon. Okay. Yun. Nag-merge na sila. Okay. But if you want to merge, like for example, this one, 357. Gusto mong pagsama-samahin siya. So we are referring to the rows, which is row 3, row 5, tsaka row 7. Going to merge this data. So you will begin, you'll add another attribute, which is row span is equals to, that is 3, right? 3. So we're going to merge 3, 5, and 7. So that is 3. So I'm going to remove 5. And I'm going to remove 7. Then, kasi 3. So, i-merge naman na niya. So, run. So, nagka-merge na sila. Okay? So, that is how you use the row span and call span. Anything, you could add anything inside the TD. Like, for example, images. You want to add HR. You want to add paragraphs. You can do it so. Okay? So, pwede mo siya. Hindi siya basta text lang ilalagay. So, pwede ka rin dyan maglagay ng mga element. Okay? So, that is the demonstration for our table. So, ayusin ko lang ng konti para hindi maguluhan. Okay? So, you could adjust the height of your table. Kasi dito we specify the width is 50. So, you could just specify the height by adding height attribute. Then, if you want to use 100%, okay, baliktad height. Let's try. Mukhang nasa 100% na siya ng height. Okay. Okay. So, I'm using not percent, I'm using pixels. So, pixels by default, kahit na hindi mo siya i-specify, pixels siya. That is the default measure, the default unit that HTML use, which is px. So, when you not specify, automatically, iisipan kagad ng HTML that you are using pixels. Now, we use 100%. Okay, 100%. So, bumalik lang siya doon sa normal size niya kasi the normal size is already 100. So, yung width lang ang nagbabago but the size is already 100%. Sumasabay kasi siya doon sa laman niya na text. So, kung naipit niya yung text, automatically 100%. That is 100%. Ngayon, hindi mo naman pwedeng gawing 50% kasi yung text is already there na hindi siya pwedeng makompress. Now, para mapilit na natin siya, para lumaki siya sa 100%, pwede siguro sobrahan natin na 200%. Tataas siya. Okay? So, hindi rin na ma-maximize. So, ang gawin natin is we will just use pixels para magkaroon siya ng absolute na size, which is 400, lalaki siya. Okay? So here in width, pwede din tayo gumamit ng mga pixels na measurement. Pwede rin natin gawin na 200 pixels. So medyo siya lalaki. Okay? Now, depending on the way you code or depending on the usage, you could use percent or pixels. Okay? But I can suggest na you use pixels instead of percentage. Kasi percentage, sumasabay lang siya dun sa resolution ng screen mo. Wherein yung width, yung pixels, sumasabay natural na size niya kahit na mapa cellphone tsaka mapa anong klaseng device, ganun yung magiging size niya. So let's just modify this to 300 and this one to 150, I guess. Okay. So medyo malaki pa din. Mahaba pa din masyado. 50. Okay. So that is our HTML table. Okay. Now I'm going to copy this activity. Copy this activity. Then after copying, I'm going to go to the file that we created, which is table.html. Then I'm going to open and paste it here. So ito yung ginawa natin kanina. Then save, close. And I'm going to look at the output view. So there. Kung ano yung output dun kay W3C, yun din yung nangyari doon sa kanya. Okay? So nandun na siya sa itaas. Then next. Next is, I'm going to discuss about the list. Okay? The list. So there are two types of lists. First one is unordered and the other one is the ordered list. So dalawang klase, unordered and ordered. Unordered list, of course, yung walang, you cannot see the sequence kung sino yung nauna, sino yung nahuli. But here, kaya sinawag na order, you will see the order. Like for example, first, second, third, fourth. So meron siyang number, may sequence na sinusunod. Now, let's try to use this one to have our example. So, eto example natin. Nagawa siya ng list. To create a list, you use UL for unordered list. And then yung item, which is LI, that is list item, yung mga item na nando sa loob niya. So if you're going to add another item, you just type LI, then let's say coffee, tea, milk, what else? Sabihin natin, chocolate, and slash li. Then run. So you will have another list there. Okay. Now, if you want to change the bullet, we'll just use type is equals to, by default, that is disk. Okay. By default, that is disk. Now, if you want to change the disk to circle, you just type circle and then run. So it will turn to circle. So another one is square. Run. That is square. Then the default is disk. Disk. So that is the default. So you don't need to type disk. So pinakita ko lang. So let's try using circle. Circle. Run. Now I'm going to copy this line again para sa another demonstration. Paste. Okay. So this, instead of unordered, I'm going to erase unordered. Gagawa naman tayo ng ordered list. So in ordered list, you're going to use OL for ordered list. So pinalitan ko. But the LI, hindi mo na siya babaguhin. Ganun din siya. Ang mapapalitan mo lang is yung UL tsaka yung OL. Now, instead of having circle, let's see what is the default of OL. Okay, I'm going to run it. So this is the one that we are using right now, an ordered list. Then meron siyang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So by default, number ang nakalagay sa kanya. Now, if we want to change that, we just use type is equals to capital A. If you want alpha, okay, small letter A. Kung gusto mo small letter, then capital I for Roman numeral, small I for small Roman numeral, and that's it. The default is 1, 2, 3, and that is number. Then it could be letters and Roman numerals. Okay, so that's it. Going to copy this again. Copy and go to my 00 web host. So I'm going to open list. Okay, so to open list, view, open. Then I'm going to paste the code. Then save. Then let's try kung nandito na siya. View. So ito yung table. Ito na siya. Available na siya. Dito na this copy. So we have our copy. Now the next is link. Okay, the next is link. So A stands for anchor. Okay, the anchor. And we're going to use an attribute name href. Href stands for hyperreference. So that is the URL that you're going to use or the name of the file that you're going to call kung tatawag ka ngayon ng file. Okay? So, example dito. So, this is an example na tatawagin niya, pupunta siya kay W3 Schools pag kinilik. Okay? This one is the visible part. Ito yung kiniklik. Then this one is the URL kung saan siya pupunta. Kung saan pupunta yung link na ginawa mo. Okay? So this is what we call absolute link. So when we say absolute link, lalabas siya dun mismo sa page na ginagawa mo o sa page kung saan siya naroon. Like for example, gumawa ka ng isang folder pero sa different folder mo siya tatawagin. It is in absolute link. Okay? Okay, so let's try. For example nito, okay, P, href, then magkikreate na kagad siya ng link. Okay, so ito yung href. Ito yung sinasabi niya kung saan siya pupunta. Ito naman yung clickable part. Now, yung clickable part, as you can see, magiging kulay blue siya para ma-differentiate dun sa isang regular text sa isang link. So, when we click this, pupunta na kagad siya sa W3 Schools. Now, if you want to create link, okay, if you want to create link, gagawa ka pa ng panibagong link. Like for example, gusto mong gumawa link, tapos pupunta siya sa Facebook. So you just write facebook.com and visit, bigay natin dito, facebook.com. So nag-add tayo na panibago. So run. So dalawa na ngayon yung link natin. So visit Facebook. Okay. So hindi niya inalaw, naka-protect tayo. Pero it will work pag punta natin dun sa 00 web host. Let's add another one. Okay, let's say for example, pupunta siya kay Google. Okay, google.com. So visit. So change lang natin itong word. Google. So run. So visit. Okay. So ayan. Pero mamaya magra-run kasi naka-ano tayo. Now, I'm going to revise this code para medyo so tatanggalin ko na yung word na visit and yung .com. Then tanggalin ko na yung word kasi redundant na for visit nakalagay. So, remove ko na din to. Then, pati itong .com. So, ganito magiging itsura niya. Yan. So, let's apply what we have learned sa pag-create ng OL. So, I could create a UL, an ordered list, and specify this one, li, then /li. Li, then li here, then sa dulo, /li. Then li here, then /li. So, irara natin. So, meron na siyang link at the same time. So, I forgot to close my /ul. So, run. So, ganun mag-iitsura niya. Now, I'm going to copy the file, copy, and move to 00 web host and paste the code inside the link. And paste it here. Okay, so na-paste na natin. And I'm going to save it. And let's try view. Then we have our HTML link. So I'm going to click W3 schools. Okay. Then Facebook. And Google. Okay. So nag-go work na siya. Okay. Working na siya. So we have now 3 files, right? We have 3 files and we don't have files yet in our index. So open. We'll create files for our index and HTML. Type HTML. Then inside our HTML, create tayo ng head. So manually we will create our head and title. So let's say for example, sample so let's name it navigation. Then inside our HTML body tag, and inside the body, let's create an H1 for our headings. Navigation link. Then I'm going to create HR. Then down to our HR, I'm going to specify OL for our list. And LI. Then let's say, which is our topic is table. I'm going to copy para hindi na ako mag-create ng mga tag. Paste and paste. Then list. Then link. Okay. So inside this table, okay, I'm going to create a link. Then href is equals to what is the file name for the table. So the file name is table.href. HTML. Okay. And cut. Okay. Let's copy this. So what's the name for our list? The file name for our list. So that is list.html. List.html. So this is /a. And another one for the link. This is link.html /a. Okay. So I think that's it. Let's save our work. Now I'm going to go to index, then view. So now I have here a navigation link for table, for our activity table, and list, then link. Okay, now when I go to the table, my problem is I'm going to click the back button in the browser. So let's try to create here a button or a link that will go to the index.html. So instead of pressing the back button of the browser, we have here a link below that will go to the index.html. So let's try that. Okay, so let's go inside the link, then edit. And below, we'll just add, I think it's better to remove this one. Yung link na yun, hindi na kailangan yan. Pampahaba lang. Okay, so mag-a-add na ako dito ng another link. href. Then I want to go this to index.html and go, I will name this, label this as go to index page. And that's it, I think. That's good. So I'm going to copy for other, so I can use this for my other pages. So save. So this is link. So I'm going to modify list and add here below. Then save. I'm going to modify the table. Edit. Okay, then save. Okay, that's it. Let's go to the index. So right click, then view. So this is our navigational link. So I'm going to click the table. So we have here, go to index page. I have this link, go to index page and link and go to index page. For your activity, okay? Instead of having quests, so you're going to create this activity that we have done, okay? So you're going to submit me the navigational link page. Then when I click the table, it will go to the table activity. Then when I click the index, it will go back to the index.html. So same with the list. So it will show you the list activity. So when I click the index page, it will return to the index page. So that's it. So you will create this as your, this will serve as your quest for this demonstration. Okay. So that's it. So hope you could create the activity and submit it on the date given. So see you guys.